It is July 25th, 2013. Alex Ansary coming to you from the San Luis Valley. And it's been an interesting week. Taking a break from where I have been staying, being at a higher elevation, feeling different energy, trying to get things done. I've been trying to take advantage of the fact that for a temporary time only, I've got internet. And I'm here temporarily. I'll be going back to the yurt probably next week. And you got to change up your environment to keep things fresh, to keep your thoughts fresh, um, to keep the energy moving. You got to change things up, and you shouldn't be afraid of change. Change is a reality. It's the only thing that's ultimately constant in this world. So we got to accept it, kind of flow with it as the winds of change come our way. And that's what I've been doing. And I don't know what the winter holds. I've been thinking about the winter of 2013, the winter of 2014, and I'm asking myself, am I actually going to be at the yurt again this winter? And I'm thinking about, how things could be a little bit better for myself, how things could be a little bit more comfortable now that I've already made it a winter in the yurt. Internet would be nice. Being able to update my website, alexansary.tv, would be great. And I know that a lot of you would appreciate it as well. Do we have something set up to where when there's things being updated, where I'm updated information, you have that information, you have an email that comes in once in a while that lets you know what's new. The news posted that week, the videos posted that week, the podcast post that week. And that's what's important, to keep doing the interviews. And I've been doing a lot of soul searching over the radio show itself. It's been difficult, especially when you're working with a car that is fairly fucked up, like mine is. The alignment's out, which means every tire I put on eventually, gets balder and balder. The master cylinder's gone out in the car. I've got a replacement for it, and it may almost be fixed. The point is, that and the gas costs, it makes traveling miles and miles difficult. And ultimately, though, I want to bring back a weekly 28-minute show that'll be uploaded here onto YouTube, but it's going to feature, of course, pictures and graphics and news relating to what I'm talking about. But in order to do that, I'm going to need power, maybe another solar panel. I'm going to need internet to upload it, maybe some lights. There's a couple different things that I posted over at alexansary.tv. It's a link that says broadcast gear needed to expand. And I still need to raise $100 at minimum a month just to get by. And what I want to do is not just survive, I want to thrive. And now that I've been going through this for a long time, I'm obviously not very emotional about it. I'm very much like, well, whatever happens, happens. Whatever the universe has in store for me. And some people think that that's copying out. But the universe, or you can even call it our higher self, or the creator, the universe itself being partially our input, our higher self, but creative forces in the universe as well, outside of ourselves. So I want to harness this force to bring something good to my world, as much good has already been brought to my world. And I'm writing a basic overview of some of my experiences called the Off the Grid Chronicles, which is going to talk about some of those synchronicities. I'll probably be uploading that, at least the first version of that, in a few days onto my website. So I know the universe has my back, and I'm doing something that a lot of people wouldn't do unless they had actual money to kind of guarantee that they wouldn't be running into certain roadblocks. So I don't know what the future holds. What I know is that I persevered. What I know is that I've survived what I've already been through. That's what I know. That's my track record. I know that at times the universe has stepped in. I know that at times the universe will bring me new experiences, get me to think about certain things. To feel, a breath of fresh air, to feel some new energy, but ultimately to reflect, to muse, to meditate upon the moment at hand. I could feel these differences in my consciousness being at higher elevations. I mentioned it in that backpacking video. which is but the only video that I've had uploaded for weeks. And I was discussing with Ryan, who's been one of my best friends here in the San Luis Valley. I faced a lot of judgmental people. I've talked about certain things. I've even talked about certain things probably I shouldn't talk about on YouTube, relating to certain, feuds, conflicts, issues I've had with certain people. Ryan has been one of the best friends that I've had out here, and without him, I'm sure I would have survived. But without him, things would have been a little bit more challenging than they've been. So I'm talking to him, and we're backpacking about how just being at a higher elevation, it's a different energy. It feels different than at sea level. Not to put life at sea level down. I think that in our lifetimes, some of us, maybe not all, some of us are meant to be at different elevations, to travel. Maybe for people at a mountain elevation to go down to sea level, or people at sea level to go to the mountains. It's certainly not for everybody, but that type of change definitely has, I think, what can be a positive effect on certain people. And people that are sensitive to certain energies may benefit from an extended period of time in the mountains. Now, it feels different up here. I've been getting caught up on the internet. I've watched video upon video upon video. Part of having the internet allows me to stay up to date with things going on in the world. And other than a few things that I've entertained myself with and things I've got caught up on and movies and other forms of entertainment, some of it's stupid entertainment, but outside of that, just focusing on news. How much information have I accrued in the last week and a half, 2 weeks? How much information have I accrued that can actually better my life? Or how much information have I accrued or come across that my audience needs to hear, that I really need to cover? There are war games taking place. There is racial tension that's being reported on. There is Zimmerman, Trayvon, divide and conquer camps that you can involve yourself in emotionally when you read the news and opinions and perspectives that's out there on the internet. You can get on Facebook and read about the latest threats to physical survival. Not that we shouldn't be aware. We should be aware. What I'm saying is this thing called the internet is a tool, and it's a tool that can connect us in ways that we've never been connected before. I mean, get so much different social media out there. In a way, YouTube's become kind of a social media site. And you got your little icon there, your pic of what you look like. You can see what your likes are and what video channels you've gone to and subscribed to. It's like a social media site for people with videos. But it's like too much of a good thing can cease to be a very powerful tool. And I haven't been online for a while, and I've probably only connected with a few close friends. And yet this thing, the internet, it's that one thing that somehow I've got to get either a Verizon 4G receiver or somehow come up with $80 a month for my own satellite internet. I think potentially the Verizon 4G internet receiver might be the best option. But what if I don't get it? I have all these goals that I have set out for myself that I want to create. But first and foremost is to produce myself, write myself, direct myself, obviously film myself and edit myself. A weekly 28-minute show where I cover different aspects of news, information, and editorializing on different topics, giving my commentary, and also a little bit of information about living off the grid. And through something like that, my agenda is to inspire others to show people that they can be the media. And if this guy, meaning me, can be the media off the grid without having any money, without having anybody and any actual moral support around me, without actually having my own home, being a guest somewhere. I'm obviously a guest somewhere right now where I'm using the internet to come to you. I want to show people if I can do it with nothing, then certainly if you have a few tools, you can do a lot of things, especially if you have internet. If someone without internet, if someone without their own home, if someone without their own job, if someone without their own family can do certain things and keep it together enough, at least try to keep it together enough to get the job done, then others with a little bit of help should, in theory, be able to do more. I'm going to get into more of this when I've got my blog finished. And I'm 5 pages in right now. I'm going to wait till I get at least to 10 or 11 until I actually publish it. But less is more. By coming here and being with less, in a way, it makes me utilize a larger part of my brain. I spend more time introspectively connecting with my spirit, which I always feel somewhat connected with, but there are times where you can feel easily disconnected from your spirit and distracted by other things. And it's not just about living in the grid. It could be your own thoughts. I felt it out here. You know, that sense of being in a space where I'm too occupied with thoughts that are distracting. Just being out here in nature, it isn't something that's going to automatically heal you or automatically fix your problems or something that's going to automatically help you to see the light. I know that's not the case based on the type of people that I've met out here, based on the things that I've seen out here. What I do know is that there is some sort of a shift going on. December 21st, 2012, and what we've already come from aside, there's something about this day, July 25th, 2013. I saw a few people posting a few things on Facebook. There's something about this being a very transformative period. And if there's anything that you know about that, or anything else you want to share, feel free to leave a comment or a video response. But what I feel is, and what I'm doing now is I'm basically telling, this is the middle of the summer, okay? I had big aspirations, to be working with a community of like minds and all these different things. And there are people that are coming out here incrementally. In fact, I'm meeting someone tomorrow that lives in the area or has property in the area. He's come down from Denver. He goes back and forth. And that's good and that's positive. But as far as the things I was hoping to be doing by this time, it definitely involved the community, involved with the people. I didn't want to be alone. So I'm spending the time that I have now, that I have the internet, although it's short and although it's brief, to communicate that I'm still hanging in there. And I'm still working with basically the same that I had when I got here, which is nothing. And I'm still okay and I'm still alive. And I'm surviving the summer, being up here where I am now at a higher elevation. The heat's not so bad. Before we know it, it's going to be August already. Then it's going to be September and the temperatures are going down. So what I've come to realize is that the summers are very tolerable up here, especially if you have shade and you don't have to stay in direct sunlight. And 1,000 feet in elevation can make a world of difference when it comes to temperature. I've also discovered that I can survive the winter. It's cold, it's lonely. I'm in an area where there's not a whole lot of internet signals, but I know that I can survive. I know what I can do. And I know that in this upcoming blog that I'm going to be publishing and the videos that I will continue to be posting and publishing, I'm going to continue to focus on my agenda to ultimately inspire people to do something for themselves, to realize that less can be more, that if I can do it, you can do it. So there's a lot of different things I've tried to share over the years. A lot of information's come across about things going on in the world itself and things that could be coming. For now, I want to set the best possible example that I can and let you know it's my intention to do everything possible to continue to create independent alternative media and in a way repackage my platform and get the numbers back up on the website and be a well-received off-the-grid radio/TV show. And hopefully I will be thriving in the year ahead instead of just simply trying to survive. Thank you for watching. This has been a basic update from me. The website is alexhansery.tv, and there's also a PayPal link on the upper right-hand side. Thank you for watching.